I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man, we can't be stopped. On the strip.
So we back fucking around and we got guests in the building. Make some noise if y'all don't mind.
What's good?
Hey, ain't nothing like a live people hanging out with you, kicking and shit. And I know a couple of these motherfuckers. They off the hook.
You know.
Off the fucking hook. He slapped people. Oh, she's definitely rolling up. Anytime I see her, she's rolling up all the time. Good people in the house. We appreciate y'all. Did y'all know it's the 34th anniversary to the DOC's No One Can Do a Better album?
No.
Yeah. It's 34th anniversary.
Seemed like yesterday.
Yeah.
Who is DOC?
The DOC, you don't know this? Get it! Look, see, oh, we got enforcers here. Like, he came with him. Said, with that shit being said, like, oh, you got me fucked.
The beat that came from. I just
It's the whole album.
No, the beat that
Y'all even tell him who he is?
The DOC.
No, he don't deserve to know who the fuck he is.
We got a school. That's what we
Yeah.
are. We are hip hop.
Slow down.
We are hip hop. We started this show as hip hop like analysts, hip hop historian / like analysts,
I
right?
gotta explain who Michael Jackson is to a motherfucker. They don't even know who
Well,
Michael Jackson ain't part of DOC.
I know that's DOC helped create gangster rap.
Yeah,
That's true.
He did.
Great writer.
Okay.
The shit we take as hip hop
Who was
today.
he with? Or where
He
did
was with NWA. He was with the NWA and LA Posse in the original shit.
What's
so
a song that anyone would know?
funky.
You don't know the formula?
Funky.
He did write for Snoop.
Snoop, Dr. Dre. He wrote on the NWA albums,
Okay.
the LA Posse's album, all that shit.
He was supposed to have been on Death Row. He's supposed to been one of the people supposed to be sitting like in Death Row.
Yeah.
Put his money in there, and then he wasn't added to it, so he wanted to, Suge Knight threaten him.
But he's
You know what
large.
happened to him, though?
The car accident.
He got in a car accident and fucked up his voice.
That was at Ruthless though.
So, yeah.
So he was signed to Ruthless with Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, all the niggas, and then got in a car accident, fucked his larynx up and all that shit. So he had to rebuild his voice, but in the process was one of the main writers on The Chronic. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching.
And then they started beefing during The Chronic too, though it still came out to be.
I was watching Music Choice.
And he got baby by Erykah Badu.
It's a little kid.
Damn, he hit
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say he better. He better.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
But she said they knew each other, allegedly knew each other before she was
I was watching Music
before she
Choice.
had the baby by Andre 3000 because they both from Texas.
I was watching Music Choice.
That's a good one.
And it's this little
Yeah.
kid that looks just like Michael Jackson. It was back in the 70s and stuff right here. So Michael Jackson, when the Jackson 5 and all that stuff right there.
Word.
It's a dude, he got the afro and everything. I guess that's supposed to be the we got to have our own Michael Jackson. But, but the song, that he had, you know what I'm saying, that's funky. That's where he got it from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's harder than this.
Because you don't get that song, because you might hear that song and hear the whole song until they get to that part and not even know that's the fucking song because the layers of how they
No, they took the whole
back.
You don't see them took the whole goddamn riff off of this moment.
But not the whole shit because that's a break. That's a break.
They took off the. They took
Yeah,
that
they
part
took
off.
the break, like what the DJs was using.
The beat in there. They took that part off for the little boy and shit.
That's like 8 bars. Like they use that and loop that.
No, but when you hear it, like nobody made that beat. That beat is actually that little boy shit.
Yeah, but they use that 8 bars. Oh, yeah, that's a loop.
So you saying they just took the music and didn't redo anything on it?
Definitely.
No, they didn't.
They had to replay it
They took the
because
whole
that's
hook.
how you get
They had
over
to.
copyright infringement.
Yeah, it's the hook. They took the hook and used it as their hook.
Okay.
Yeah, they just.
But big shout out to the DLC in his 34 years. The nigga's still thriving.
You know what's sad?
I don't know how much publishing he
Funky
owned for all the
too.
shit he wrote.
Funky Part 2. When he after the car accident. And I'm still. That was so sad.
I think I will search for you for that. I will
I
search
think I
for
heard him. I
you.
think
He
I
did a
heard him.
funky. Part 2?
Yeah, there's a
I think I heard him rapping. I don't know. I ain't never.
He rap like that. That's definitely how he walk, the rap and talk.
It ain't invited even.
What was that one club?
Cause he say, listen, he say with Erykah Badu, because she got a baby by Jay Electronica too.
What's the
You know
white
what I'm saying?
So you call
Jay
that
Electronica,
Badu,
Andre 3000, and
Yes,
the
yes, she fucked a lot of
DOC.
people.
All top notch niggas in the industry, right? And he say they like all one happy family though. Like ain't no baby daddy beef, ain't no nigga. You better not be telling my baby what to do, nigga. You can't. It's like they all one big crew.
Like how Tupac was when in Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that's my daughter, that's my baby. He was telling him, look,
But
yeah,
yeah.
get your baby mom. Nah, nigga, get your bitch.
Nigga, you fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Taking my daughter with me.
She's a basehead. Erykah Badu, I don't think she a basehead. I think she had them niggas be sitting in fucking Indian style.
She pimped the brain.
Doing this shit like on the Mac. Remember he had to, man, I got these bitches, man. Mine,
Picking their clothes
man.
out
I
and
got
shit
these
for
bitches,
them.
mine.
Right.
It'll be the satellite and shit in the room. I think
Here,
that
Drake,
shit got the
this
niggas
what you
fucked
gonna
up.
wear to school tomorrow, Drake. Grown ass man.
Put them motherfucking
What do I
slacks
wear?
on, nigga.
You gonna stop edging your mustache out? I want that thick Snoop Dogg mustache on you and shit too.
Hey, y'all, nigga.
And she's spiritual,
Big
but
shout
she
out.
also built. That's
Big
why.
boy, you too. Big boy is like, nah.
Big boy said, hell no, I ain't fucking none of her hoes,
You
bro.
ain't fucking.
You know?
Cause you know you gotta fuck the homie.
She extra too. She dramatic.
Yeah.
So I know it's real crazy in the bedroom.
Crazy, she stacked like that. She got yams.
Yeah.
Her yam game is
I
crazy.
mean, unless.
So we were debating a little bit earlier, everybody. KRS1 was in their interview, and then we spoke about he feels like the hip hop is in it's a gap in hip hop, but
You
he's
can play it, fuck it, just play
he
it.
also okay. I'll play it then.
What the lady is saying.
We're gonna play.
Can one
with
of
that.
y'all Google what is KRS1? Like, what's KRS1's concern about hip hop today?
Hold on, here we go.
Hip-hop. And now, KRS1 has entered the debate. When talking about how to bridge the gap between new school hip-hop and old school hip-hop, he stated that today's artists have a different way of thinking, which has led to what we're hearing on the radio. KRS said, quote, there are two different mind states, so it's hard to say there's a gap, because a gap implies that there's a separation between one thing. What people call rap or hip-hop today is a disgrace to our culture, an absolute betrayal, disrespect, a disgrace. That gap you're talking about is not even a gap, it's traitors. It's straight traitors, because if you know what original hip-hop is all about, and you choose to do the opposite, you a traitor. There's no way around that ish. End quote. Listen, KRS1 has never been one to mince his words, and he's certainly not doing it here. But let me know what you think.
My sign of it, because Chris is already speaking, but we'll take some if y'all got something to say.
So like, but what is KRS saying? Like, what's the root behind real hip hop to say that this hip hop now isn't the same or it's a disgrace to hip hop? Like,
That's what he said.
what's the
We kind of
definition?
like.
I mean, what's the definition?
Yeah,
What are you saying?
Hip hop started as storytelling. It's still storytelling. The problem is, why there's such a disconnect to me is because the stories that they're telling now don't relate to shit. If you grew up listening to hip hop in the 90s and beyond, it doesn't relate to that. It's a different sound. It's a different story,
And it never will.
and it never
No.
will. And then
We dealt with the Jerry
this
Curl back
generation
then.
is
But
R&B.
R&B can bridge the gap.
R&B.
So why shouldn't rap
No.
be able to?
Because R&B is
But
about
it's-
being melodic and being able to sing.
I think it's more about purity.
Rap is
about
about-
being pure. So are those people who are like the people who like the original hip hop
R&B
are
took it too
never
far,
going
too.
to like this
R&B
hip hop
is
now
not watered
because
down.
it's not pure.
No.
It's just like people who like
all
records
of it,
versus
R&B and
CDs.
hip-hop.
They like listening to the cracks. They want to know all that shit.
Black
These kids
original
nowadays
music
really
has
don't have a
been
struggle.
Back in the 80s and
They're talking
90s,
about somebody
because they
else's
don't
struggle.
even-
They do.
Or what
They
they're
still
looking.
Because like even on the CD level, it's not even a CD no more. You can just put it in a jump drive.
Exactly.
And my point is this right here, it's always going to be different because there was issues in the 80s that's not issues today.
Right.
Ain't no
Right.
cyberbullying in the 80s, so you didn't
Very
have to
true.
say hop in my DM and all that. Well, you wasn't getting pussy off of a fucking DM. You know what I'm saying? So you can talk about that in rap today. You know what I'm saying? You had, the racism was just retarded. When
It
I sit
still
up there and
is.
say, you know what I'm
It's
saying,
secret
you're
racism
not getting
now.
it. No, when I'm talking about blatant in your, I'm talking about blatant in your face. Blatant in your face. You walk somewhere and it's like, all of you was white. Everybody in this thing that got a job here is white. You know what I'm saying? And you can apply all day long, you're not getting one. You know what I'm saying? this was like in the early 80s where somebody who's black, you know what I'm saying, and somebody who's white, you working the same job, but they're separate pay, the same way they did women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can talk about that in the 80s. You can't talk about there today.
You can
know what I'm
still
saying?
talk about
Because you got black people who got better
pay
jobs than white people in that same, you know, that same facility. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much stuff that you can't talk. You talk about people getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? I remember rap, you know what I'm saying? Self-destruction. We talking about people getting their ass whooped and all kind of shit right here. No cuss, don't curse in your rap. You know what I'm saying? Rap was it was a baby. So it got treated like a baby.
It was
you know what I'm
in the
saying?
infancy.
It wasn't, so there was culture.
Infancy.
There was no
Rap
cursing.
and R&B have been watered down so that it can be mass consumed globally. Before, when people
you
who
have
are
to.
our age
That's
had to
marketing.
listen to hip hop
Oh.
in secret, now they don't have to listen to hip hop in secret.
Yeah, you had to market it.
Huh?
Yeah. But back in the 80s, you could not market that.
Because it was underground.
Listen, in
It was
the
a wide
It wasn't as
no,
good. It wasn't as
this is what I'm
good
saying right here. This is what I'm talking about right here.
It evolved.
When we heard
evolved.
Luke Skywalker in the 80s right here, did you see a video of it? No, you couldn't market it because it was ass there and everywhere that America wasn't ready to see back then.
MTV
America, no, hold on, no, not until later. Too short. You know what I'm saying? God take that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the radio version to that.
He started making a radio version.
No, I'm talking about it was not.
It was clean versions and
Can I have this? Can I have this?
It was
And
the
it was
box.
like
When
hits,
later
and it was
on,
like-
the box was, hold on, Luke Skywalker, when you talking about the box, Luke Skywalker was way, you know what I'm saying?
He was on the
That way
box.
over there.
He was on the box.
Later on, because remember, he never
No.
stopped making music. But his first song,
He was on the
you
box.
you didn't see his first song.
You know, I remember Doodoo Brown. Remember we had this.
Two Life Crew.
The house
Two
out
Life
in
Crew, the group. When they came back
Hey,
as a
remember the
group.
house out in Stratford across from Greenbrier when Doodoo Brown came out?
That was on the box.
Please show me a
Yeah,
Ghetto
that's what I'm
Boys
saying.
Scarface video.
Yeah.
Over Gorilla Monday.
That's when hip hop was just
No.
hip hop is for everybody.
That-
White
no.
people consume.
That's not what we're talking about right here. Hold on. Give me this one right here.
Hip hop.
This is what I'm talking about right here. When gangster rap first came out, just like they told NWA, no, you're not, or you can't sign with us because we can't market. We can't play this on the radio. We can't make a video to this. Only Priority, and Priority was a commercial. Like they did jingles. You know what I'm saying? That's who put you on. That's the
They
bottom
did
of the
the,
bag. But because
California
rap
Raisins.
was so strong, let me explain something to you right here. We heard Scarface's Mr. We heard that shit and there was no video, there was no radio. So how the fuck did it get to Columbus, Ohio? Dope man, there was no video. That shit went on the radio. So how did it get to Columbus? So if you had a good person, if you had a good label that would sit up there and help promote that, and it was hard to promote. So when NWA got signed by Priority, there still was no promotion, but it still got here because they were doing it out their fucking trucks. They were going to stores and shit. So you didn't have that right here. So today, you do got that.
Hip hop was not popular culture.
They
Hip
got
hop
the
now
deal.
is popular culture.
It had nothing to do with that
Back
right
then
there.
it was our culture.
Listen right here.
But
In R&B, you didn't hear motherfuckers saying,
Same
bitch,
R&B.
nigga, I'll kill you. And that's on the radio. You didn't hear that on the radio. Only hardcore rap did that. Guess what? There was other
R&B
videos.
talk nasty.
Watch this right here. Run DMC had videos. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't talking about the same shit.
But they were coming
But
from
that-
the standards. They were coming from the standards that were set forth.
It's white
The people was on their team like
America
listen,
was
bro,
not ready
don't
for that.
do
But
What I'm
this.
saying
Yeah,
is,
like Whitney Houston on
What's his
MTV.
name? Bobby
But-
Brown, Pumps in the Bumps. That
Right.
was early like 90s.
Right.
Hold on, but if it was today,
Ass
do you
and
think it
shit
would be
out
called
there.
Pumps in the Bump? I'll fuck you in the ass. I'll fuck you in the ass. That's what the song would be called. You had to hide shit. Even in R&B. When you listen to
Yeah,
R&B,
now you don't
when you
have
listen
to
to
hit
R&B,
NBA ain't
when you listen to
the
R&B, you know what I'm saying? They gave a little
It was like a
hints
secret.
of what
It
you
was
was talking
secret.
about.
No, hints?
Like I literally,
Talk nasty as fuck.
I literally believe that
I don't see nothing wrong with
White Pony. Do you wanna ride a white? But I thought that was, I was little. I thought they was talking about a real fucking horse. Even the video, they had a horse on there and shit. I did not know until I got
how old was Ray?
No, I'm like
Right.
8. I'm like 8 or something. I'm like 8 or something. Right?
Right, but you
Because
eight
they
years.
wouldn't
It's
say
written over
that.
your
They would
head.
say, I got that powder. Come on, I put it in my nose. You know what I'm saying? I'm high as
When
fuck.
you 18,
Still
You
should
know
go
what
over
I'm
your
saying?
head.
My point is, way back then, if our culture was the way it is, all the way back in the 70s, you wouldn't have to sit up there and throw hints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like that.
Mary Jane! You know what I'm saying? I'm high on some weed, motherfucker.
But
You
like,
don't
it's
say
still,
that,
like,
but you
there
could
was
not
still,
say
at a
that
point in
because the
time,
penalty was
jazz
so
was
big.
still, like,
The penalty was so
Jazz
big.
was like the
Like,
gangsta
Yeah,
shit of
it like back in the
yeah.
time.
and that wasn't even allowed to be saying.
So
They were still doing the
The
speakeasy.
fines were so
and still
big
wasn't-
right there.
So,
So my
and
question-
sometimes it's just like breaking the boundaries
My
of
question to
music.
y'all is-
So like really what it is, hip hop was underground, like just like jazz is underground.
Right.
It was something like
Right.
she was saying that we were appropriate as a culture.
Yes.
And when
It's
everybody
popular
else,
culture now.
what I'm saying, everybody else wasn't like ready to hear
Yes.
it because it was something that black people
Yes.
were doing, just like jazz.
That's not
just
what I'm
like
saying.
Yes.
So then it had to become
Rock and
mainstream.
roll.
So then hip hop
Yes.
and
You read
everything
the records.
else.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is gangster rap. Everything you talking about. Will Smith, but he still had his
No, I'm
videos.
not saying that. But
Will Smith had
didn't
his
come out
videos.
until
His songs.
after-
No, it was
No,
compared
you
in
won't
that way.
compare Will Smith to
Listen,
gangster
listen,
rap.
about hip hop, period.
Then y'all open for Will Smith
You
at the
compare Will Smith to gangster
That's
rap.
everything that he
That's
said
a reach.
could have been on the radio and it was on
The
TV.
bubblegum.
You said
He raps
that.
now.
NWA could not put that shit on the videos or on
But, okay,
regular
but
TV.
there was still
That's what I'm
like
saying. That's what the
NWA,
point was.
and then there was still like
'Cause it wasn't
Cool J.
hip-hop.
LL
It
Cool
wasn't
J was on
hip-hop.
radio.
They started-
He was still rapping and doing
Because it
still
wasn't
things. It
hip-hop.
was still appropriate. So it was still
I'm
how it
playing
works,
that,
so
make
different like
it
that.
version. There was a video to that.
Yes.
That was on the radio.
That was for a movie.
Because they
Kids
weren't
movie.
cursing. You know what I'm saying?
That was
They
for
wasn't
a kids
talking about
movie,
weed
though.
or
When the
drugs.
parental advisory
They wasn't
came
talking about
out,
killing
That
nobody.
was for Bow Wow's
They
basketball.
had to
So
come out
you
with that
could
radio
promote that.
advisory because of the gangster
You can
rap.
advertise that. NWA and Scarface and them, Ghetto Boys, they brought something that was very hard to promote because the world was not
Yes.
ready
But it
for
wasn't
that.
about promoting.
Keep in
It
mind,
wasn't
if
about
you
shooting
say,
everybody
if you
liking
say
it.
the word
It was
bitch,
that
We're making this for us.
So they didn't care about
To
marketing
relate
it that
to
way
us
because
and
it
tell
wasn't
our
about
story.
everybody.
No, hold
I
on.
want you to know my story.
It was. The fine
That's
was too
exactly
big right
what
here.
it was.
Right now, you hear the word bitch on regular TV. Regular TV. Back then, that was a $5,000 fine every time you said the word bitch. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted
Is
to do that.
time not allowed
No one wanted
to
to
move
pay
on?
that.
Are things
you know
not
what I'm
allowed
saying?
to
And then I'm gonna give you an example. That's what
Change
we're
the time progression.
I don't know what you said that for, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about where the change happened at. We're talking about where it changed. And it changed with NWA. You know what I'm saying? First it was still shut the fuck up. But we bought it so hard and strong that you had to kick that fucking door open. So that was like, hey, we're gonna do a video, but guess what? And we're gonna put the shit on the radio, but guess what? We're gonna add the beep in it. NWA
But
song
also,
said,
though,
beep, beep,
also, listen though.
to the song.
Also, in
One
that
at a time, one at a time, too.
with that time and era, created the clean songs. Because motherfuckers start, and
Radio
also
version.
the clean versions. And also, but it also created niggas to start writing. They changed their writing of the way they wrote too.
The law made them do that.
No, it didn't. To sell records made them do that.
The company.
They start the company be like, yeah, y'all killing them niggas, man. We love it.
Clean version was
But we need y'all
Clean
to
version was
write some
radio.
more marketable shit.
Yeah.
That's where the
But
A&R's
that's
come in
it's
at.
marketable now. Everything that you seen is marketable. Did you not see Cardi B's in them video when they talking about the wet ass pussy? You know what I'm saying? Did you not see that?
That was-
It's called walk though. It's not
But
what
I'm saying, but they're still using.
Never.
Right.
But it's marketable now. Now you can market that. Right now you can market it.
But
Well,
when
saying
hip hop
they're not
culture
really
is
saying-
popular culture now. Before it was underground
Watch this
culture.
right
same
here.
with jazz,
Red hot sauce.
rock and roll, all of that. Hip hop culture is the popular
Red
culture
hot
now.
sauce. I put that shit on everything. You put a commercial out. That wouldn't have happened in the 80s.
It's different. It's
You that
different.
NWA
But
kicked
what I'm
that
saying
fucking
is-
door in. It was them by themselves. And it was because they were the forefront.
Luke's the one that opened
The reason why they came with the porno
You gotta do
advisory.
one at a time. You gotta do one
When
at
I
a
say
time.
that, I say because they were the head for they were the front one right here. You can name 15 other ones that we didn't even know about. We don't know about you to this day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was other people, just like Ice-T. Yeah, I heard him first. You know what I'm saying? That's the first one I was like, hold on, police chasing you, and this is going on, and you know what I'm saying? Nobody else. It wasn't a lot of people doing that because that wasn't the forefront. Battle rap was the forefront. You got to be better than LL. You know what I'm saying? But this tiptoe, like before you know it, like I tell everybody right here, this is where us, society, is gonna go right here. This is what society is gonna take us. I believe my granddaughter is gonna be walking to a bus stop or something with thongs on and heels on. You know, and that's gonna be the norm. You know what I'm saying? Anybody like, ooh, what the fuck wrong with her? No, everybody's gonna have that on.
With heels on.
Yeah. I mean, look at right now how girls is dressed. You couldn't get that off in the 80s. She wasn't dressing like that.
You can't get it off.
Janet Jackson definitely wasn't. Janet Jackson, you only seen her hands and her neck. Janet Jackson ain't showing you the elbow or nothing.
She showed us her titties.
I know, that was way past.
She showed us her titties.
That was way past. After she got turned out by MC Light.
I was like, they looking like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm lying, brother.
What's up,
I got
bro?
right to what's up with y'all? How y'all doing?
Peace.
Bro,
Peace.
But Google, what is KRS1 gripe with hip hop today? And I bet you he'll say, you know what I'm saying, oh, y'all talk about the same
Don't
shit.
bet.
Chilling.
Google it.
That's
Google
what,
it and
yeah,
see.
go ahead and do it. He's been talking about this for like the last 10 years.
Well, he's been talking about it longer than that.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
always
always been opposed to when motherfuckers not really like giving knowledge and shit
most
because he's
conscious
supposed to each
rappers
one teach one. He think, but as an MC, as a rapper, KRS1 is always like, nigga, I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
But that's not what he's talking
I'm
about,
nicer
though.
than you. I'm nicer than all y'all in this motherfucker on the right side.
But after
But past that, he thinking, because I always think about when you listen to certain motherfuckers, they speak about what the feeling hip hop gave them also. So as it evolved and this shit start coming together, thinking like, you know, I'm thinking he's speaking about the feeling. He don't get that feeling from it no more. Like it used to be happier. Even with NWA, they shit was happier. It wasn't like these niggas is morbid murderers now. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they call it emo rap.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
They call it emo rap. Emo rap. Like,
emo.
like that.
Yeah, and I know about that shit dealing with the kids, all the younger kids be on that shit, but I just be thinking like, I just look at it like, he might be thinking about that feeling in the park or something, like, you know, that shit don't bring that same shit to, but he's an older nigga too.
As well.
He's an older nigga too. So nigga, you'll never feel about it the way you did when you did Criminal Minded. You'll never have that, that ride you had on my philosophy.
And you should.
Because you got old.
Yeah,
when you were sitting there and you was talking about the emo music, and you was like, you saying that, you reminded me of my mom when that was, you know what I'm saying, the LL Cool Joe.
Who I did?
Yeah, what you was just saying right there. That's my mom right there.
What the hell?
Hold on, this is my aunt right here. I just found out. Hold on, one at a time. I just, like this right here. When my aunt found out, you know what I'm saying, this is right here. Motherfucker, I just found out what Hoopty meant. I ain't got no goddamn Hoopty. She didn't know shit. Because the music we was listening to, it was noise on beat. That ain't no motherfucker. See, this is the music. This is real music. Listen to this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're sounding like now. You know what I'm saying? Because you have.
But I'm saying,
and that's what KRS1 is doing. You gotta blame the public, us.
Oh no, man.
If we didn't buy that, if society did not buy that emo music, you wouldn't hear
I'll take it.
You wouldn't hear it at all.
Consume.
If us as society didn't start buying gangster rap, it wouldn't be the forefront
We
right now.
consume. I dig
I
that.
think it's a. I
But
think
gangster
it's
rap
a.
isn't really a
White
forefront
society
right
didn't
now.
start consuming
It's a-
gangster
it's a-
rap.
Gangster
They
rap.
being consumed. That's why it blew. Because they
Gangster
were
rap,
consuming.
and I'm gonna tell you this right here. You still got gangster rap, but guess what gangster rap strength was right here. Like I was telling them earlier, when you had gangster rap kicked in that door and shit, it also kicked out Kid and Play, Kwame, all the dancers and shit. It was now being shameful if you was dancing at a club or something. Niggas didn't dance. We looked mean with baggy clothes on and shit like
But
that.
that wasn't
You know what I'm saying? The
no
only
shit, though.
dancing motherfucker that was the only dancing motherfucker that was dancing his ass off doing gangster rap, you know what I'm saying, was MC Hammer, and that was surviving.
Soulja Boy.
Anybody else, Soulja Boy wasn't there. What, you know what I'm saying? Soulja Boy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But when you had that type of gangster rap that actually killed dancing, period.
But
you know what I'm
Hammer was through
saying?
the
One at a
gangster
time.
stage.
It wasn't about dancing.
Didn't I just say that? I said no. Listen right here. It was ride music. It was this right here.
I'm
It was,
telling you about what I'm going through.
no, I'm
every day.
saying
Yes.
no. This
About
was.
selling these drugs and ducking these cops.
No.
It's nothing to dance about, nigga. I'm high.
Yes.
I can't be dancing.
Well, watch this right here.
They don't see me.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold on. You wouldn't even have said that if you'd have let me finish right here. Now, once you had that in our era with gangster rap is still right now. But guess what? You dance to it, except you dance to whatever the fuck that the words are saying. Got my 30, like wow, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got the bit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's okay. The same gangster rap. You still talking about killing. You still talking about selling dope. You still talking about smacking the fuck up of a bitch. But at least now we can dance. You know what I'm saying? Like that shameful thing of you dancing. I remember dancers got stolen.
But it's also the tempo of the beat too. So like back then, like the tempo was like a lower rider side of tempo will pronounce like an up tempo like melody beat. So you're really listening to the beat.
Because right now you
It's
think
not
the
really
West Coast.
music, yes,
But what about when that
it's-
gangster rap went to the East Coast? You still didn't dance. You still didn't dance. They was really on it right here.
Gangsters started making music for the strip club.
With that 2-step. That right there.
Whatever it is, dance.
And I think that's from the beginning of the it's okay for you to dance.
Future makes music for strip club.
I mean, you fast forward it. You fast forward
Flavor in your ear.
You fast forward it. You fast forward it. You know what I'm saying? You fast forward it. You know what I'm saying? Gangster rap, no dancing. Gangster rap, you can dance. You know what I'm saying? You can dance to it.
But with different type also.
I like what Paul
What would
said.
you
But it's because the
consider-
public do it.
What would you consider like the new age rap? Gangster rap? Like honestly,
No,
like,
that's
really,
just
we're talking about the same thing.
That's just a genre. You got a bunch of different, you know what I'm saying? Cole, his rap is different. It ain't gangster rap, you know what
It's
I'm
not.
saying?
He's got also gangster rap.
You got a
It's not
bunch of
just rap.
different cultures and genres. You got demonic rappers, you know what I'm saying?
What I do see, as far as people, the song that end up being the song that they labels say that they push to help sell the records, it seemed like a mixture of the popular shit going on and or they still talk about shooting guns and taking shit and pills and all that shit. Because if you listen to anything Future say, he ain't talking about popping no guns for real like that, but that nigga talking about getting high and fucking bitches, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's like our society has come in to taking shit. As our society evolved, everything around it evolved. So the hip hop was already gonna grow to be great. It was already 4 songs. But then like, as we evolve, like now we got electric cars. Now we got, so it's like,
It's evolved.
they'll take fucking a gangster rapper and put him on as the spokesperson for the electric car or some shit like that. Like, because it's like niggas is way past the shit KRS1 talking about. But the thing about what he's saying is,
I think
it was supposed to be something different.
Yeah, I think
It's got out of hand. It's like a roller coaster of bullshit.
And this
I think it's a Kodak Black or J. Cole. Which one you listen to?
Kodak.
But then when you say Kodak Black or J. Cole, then
Depending
you
on the
say,
day and the time.
Well, you can't do that.
but when you say,
Because you listen to gangster
what
rap,
I'm
you also
saying
listen
is-
to Diggable Planets. So
I'm
you really
just-
can't do that.
I'm just saying.
So
I
that's
think
what
that's
I'm
what
saying.
he
What I'm
was.
saying
You
is
get in the
that
movie,
there
you
is
want to get in the movie.
a lot
but
of
then
songs
when you say Kodak Black or J. Cole, and he from KRS1, then you say KRS1.
You listen to Lauryn Hill.
You say
Lauryn Hill is
KRS1
not
or
gangster
one
rap.
nigga.
But what I'm saying
I know.
One nigga
So
you
you're
go off the
allowed to-
stage. Either
You're allowed to listen to
KRS1
also.
Yeah.
KRS1 or PM
Different
Dawn.
genres.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the game was evolving. PM Dawn, when that nigga jumped on the BDP, jumped on the stage and threw them niggas off the stage. It's because he's pushing. This is what he thinking.
He don't think
He was
that's
saying hip hop shouldn't be this. It should be what he thinking.
And they was the flower type of, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
hippie rappers. You
And the
know what I'm
motherfuckers
saying?
was selling millions of records.
Even back then,
Yeah,
there's
and what was
still
they doing
different
in
styles.
PM
rappers.
Dawn?
Yes.
Yeah,
There
the
were
big
still
dude
the
and the little dude.
Hood Jays.
And he had
There were
the
the
braids
Nas's,
with
there
the
were-
beads in it, and he was doing this right
Remember that
here.
shit, like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So like what, I mean like I not necessarily gangster rap, but like the Beastie Boys, like she just said, like
Yes.
they're still considered like
It's different genres within
Right.
the.
But I want to tell KRS1 that, you know what I'm saying, the topics that we had to deal with in the 80s, you heard that a lot in rap. You know what I'm saying? And then when the 90s got here, our social awareness was different. Now we're worried about 90s shit. You know what I'm saying? So you heard a bunch of 90s political rap in the 90s. Everybody had the medallions on. Everybody had the goofy hat thing right there. You know what I'm saying?
was
My
on there
brother,
like,
and everybody
say no nigga
and
shit.
we was introduced to bean
Boy,
pies.
Latifah,
We didn't say that earlier and all that
yeah.
right there. And then all of a sudden, now we're not worried about that no more. You know what I'm saying? This is my conclusion.
Yeah,
Now we're not worried about that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now we got something else to worry about. It's crack every goddamn where. Every time you turn around, it's crack. Every time you turn around, somebody. So that's going to be put into music because this, you know what I'm saying? In the 70s, when rap was starting, you talked about what you saw in your neighborhood, rats and roaches and all that. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s, you talked about what you saw. In the 90s, you talked about what you saw. So this is what we are seeing. Like I say, if North Korea invades us and takes it over, guess what? The invasion of North Korea and people gonna be speaking North Korean in their songs. Rap goes where we are in society right now. And I'm sorry, but that's what's going on in society right now. We're looking at the big asses. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a call and a bitch pop up and shit. You know what I'm saying? You want bitches, money, power, respect. You know what I'm saying? You killed my homie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to get revenge on you. You know what I'm saying? This is what, and you fake it sometimes. A lot of you motherfuckers is faking it.
Most of them.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that we did. You know, we did it because if we find out you faking, we don't want to listen to you no more. How come he just can't just be an artist? Because Dr. Dre did not smoke weed. NWA was not gangsters, just two of them. You know what I'm saying? That was Easy and Ren. The rest of y'all wrote about their life. So if Ice
But you know what though? Hold on though. When it comes to shit like that,
we thrive for real so strong.
but when I'm saying like that don't mean because you wasn't in the game don't make you real. Don't make you not real.
Make you get more rap. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like if you say Easy because you really don't know the depth of their shit, you can't really say none of the other.
No, they tell
niggas.
us that. They tell you that.
But at the same time, nigga, in their neighborhood is different than your neighborhood.
Like Dr. Dre didn't smoke weed on the Chronic.
Listen,
But you lied.
Boy, when you can't really draw a conclusion like that because you don't know them niggas because their everyday wake up may have been a little different because their culture was different then. So you don't have to be in the game to grow up with their gang culture. You don't have to be a drug dealer to grow up.
You're not educating me. What I'm telling you is that society looks at you and say, "Oh, you really wasn't no shooter. We're not gonna listen to you no more."
Yeah.
You know, somebody else still on you, or so they will just completely disrespect you.
But
You know what I'm saying?
that's
So,
not
and my point is
necessarily
this
true,
right
'cause
here.
women-
You had this right here. Rap, gangster rap is nothing but a story being told, just like a movie. You know what I'm saying? So if you can watch a movie without pretending to be that character, why you can't listen to a, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger really killed all them people in the movies. So why would you expect me as a rapper to have killed all these motherfuckers that I'm talking about killing? It's just a story. We changed that shit up. We hard on the fake gangster. That's why that fake gangster got to do extra shit. You know, I got pulled over. You know, I got arrested. You know what I'm saying? That negative news is big news for you.
Yeah, Easy, he said it. All publicity is good publicity.
Negative publicity is good publicity.
Because niggas don't know. But I do think that, I think Chris is bugging. That's it. I think Chris bugging because it'll never be what it was. If you want to implement or maybe try to show people how to bring back some of the things of the past, because people that are real hip hoppers from the beginning, they approach it with what they thought hip hop was to them when they were growing up. So dudes today, the females, the males that are rapping and doing whatever they doing as hip hop go, even with the burners, the putting up, you know what I'm saying, with the artists, the writers, and all that, it's what they see today. The world is way more wider today than it was then when we were looking through small holes because the hole wasn't drilled through yet. But so now, so the world is bigger now. Everything is bigger. Every rapper I don't agree with, I don't think everybody nice, because I like nice rappers. I like niggas that's nice. But then I respect dope songs too. So somebody that can make a dope song is dope. But when you get a nigga's album and you can listen to that nigga's album like, oh, that nigga nice, I respect that shit too.
As an A&R, we're gonna do your little voice thing that you do. You know the voice thing that you do.
The Rollway Show is being sponsored by.
Do that again. I love this shit. Do it again.
The Rollway Show is being sponsored by.
I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. Some chicken from My Famous Kitchen when they know ingredients, miss and list, and I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the big bitches, ha. Thinking, Lord Jesus, is that macaroni and cheese up? Is that macaroni and cheese up? Is that macaroni and cheese up? Yup.
All Famous Kitchen.
No, the voice.
All Famous Kitchen. All right. We got you.
Rest of the episode, keep going.
614-556-2174.
Even this.
Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes you have to create your own enjoyment. Many different creme velour flavors, lemon haze, peach, citrus, what is that? Erotic plum. Relax and kick your feet up, light a joint. Creme velour. Draped Imperial Grape. Creme velour, my lord.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped. On the strip.